Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. Good morning. I'm back with the live stream. Was a little late. Had to get something for Kami. Kami has issues with the cat food that I got for her. She wasn't really capable of digesting it without totally losing it. So now I went to get a new food at 8 in the morning. Like the moment the supermarket was open, I went there. And yeah, so now I'm back and getting ready. Have a lot of plants here. Seedlings that I want to water today. Yeah, a lot of cactus seedlings, different cactus seedlings that I will go through today. A lot of watering, and I have many vegetables here. I have the chili here again. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Great to see you, and hope everything's all right with you. Yeah, we're almost at the weekend. It's almost like we have the worst behind us, hopefully, for this week. So yeah, I like this morning Kami woke me up at 4 in the night, like 4 in the morning. And yeah, she has issues with the new cat food that I got for her. I suspect she can't really digest wheat. Feels like she's allergic to wheat. So now I've been trying to get a new one this morning. First thing that store opened, I was there to get a different type of food. And yeah, that's why I was awake so early. I was awake like 4. I felt like something's off. It was too quiet. I wasn't hearing her the way I usually heard her. And yeah, was good that I got the new food. Now it's getting better. At least that's what I feel. In the future, she's not getting anything with grain, and it's so difficult to find cat food without grain. I spent the whole day yesterday already looking into that, just reading the ingredients of the food, and so many of them have wheat, have grain, anything like, sometimes whole grain. And yeah, I'm really happy when I finally have a food that she likes and can tolerate, where she doesn't get ill from it. Because all the food that she likes, she really can't tolerate. Not at all. Okay, yeah. Welcome everyone to my live stream. Today we have a lot of cool, interesting vegetables that we have sown out. I have also brought the pomegranate seeds from yesterday. I had tried to clean them, but it was to clean them under the running water with the sieve. But it wasn't so easy. You got to be very careful not to smash them. So we will later try to get the little, like there's a little bit of skin left on the seeds that we will try to get off so we can sow them out. And we will sow these out in the live stream. Pomegranate. I haven't grown them before, but we will be trying it out. Okay, so let me show you the pumpkin first thing, okay? And these have been repotted recently. So this is the pumpkin. And I only grew it because I got seeds that were donated to the live stream. And then you gotta at least try it out. Wasn't really my plan to grow pumpkin, but so far it's okay. This is maybe a couple weeks old. I've been inducing germination in something like this in a bigger bag. And once it came out and was fully out of the soil, I gave it a bigger pot now. And I just want to spray it a little. The soil doesn't really look super dry, but I want to keep it a little wet now. This is relatively young, and at that age, they probably still need quite a lot of humidity. I heard they are easy to grow, so this should work. And if not, we will try something else. We will take a different approach. Yeah, I have new soil for repotting. I want to repot a few seedlings like these here maybe. Feel like we could really, when we're pulling them apart, when we're giving them space in the pot, these could really glow up. So yeah, Okay, this is the pumpkin. I'm not sure how long this will take until the actual pumpkin. But for now, I'm just having it inside under a plant lamp. Very, very basic kind of plant lamp. Nothing that has an excessive pull. This is like a 100 watt, something like that. And it's okay for them. They don't really, like I said, we might get to our limits with the pumpkin. This is a totally different plant. It's not like an indoor plant. So it will be interesting to see how it will grow. For now, this will be okay. Later, I'm sure it will grow like a vine. That's what I suspect. And then we will see how we will do it. Okay. So here's an update about the watermelon, I think. I believe this was watermelon. Let me see. And the plant's still very small. We got to be very careful when I take this out. I have heard that these are pretty hardy. Yeah. So I will put that in a bigger pot sometime soon. But for now, this has just germinated. I've never grown them before. I'm not really, it's not really something that I want to do on a bigger scale. But when I get seeds, I will try it out. And for now, it's okay. This needs to, like the size of the seedling, this needs to come into a bigger pot very soon. And I have a big pot now. We can put it in, but I mean, it's not even reached the bottom of the pot yet. I looked if it's root bound. I can't see the root coming out yet. So for now, this is okay. The moment this gets a little bigger, we need to put it somewhere else anyway. I want to take this out of the bag very fast. I'm sure these can take it. I will just spray them. But for now, this is okay. So here's one of the chilies that I've repotted. Yeah, for now it's looking good. It has started to flower. Quite happy with myself. So I would spray it. I just want to clean the leaves. I want to have that rain thing. For one, it's really good for the plant to clean the leaves. I mean, inside, there isn't that big of a risk that you have a fungal infection. Everything's pretty dry inside. So every now and then, cleaning the leaves, spraying them, that kind of keeps away the mites, anything that can thrive in total dryness. So I will spray them on a regular basis. Sometimes I fertilize them. Yeah, and it's just beginning to flower. Looking forward to that. We will see how the flower will look like. If they all look the same. I have one bigger plant that has been flowering for a while. And the flowers are white, relatively small. Yeah, but interesting. I like it. Yeah. And this has already grown since it is in the new pot. New pot has really given this guy a little bit of extra strength. I'm very happy about it. Okay. So let's go through a few of the cactus seedlings. I have a bunch that I want to go through today. Maybe we will repot a little. Always happy to take questions. If not, I'm just going through everything. I forgot to bring me gloves for repotting. Here's one. Okay. So let's start. Let's start with the watering here. I have a bunch here that I want to water. Yeah, these, it's okay. They're growing, but they've reached the limit of the pot. Eventually, we will single them out. For now, just a little water. Making sure that they are not getting dehydrated. I would love to pull them apart to make sure that there's nothing going on in between when you have them this close. But yeah, we will see. I'm still waiting for the new pots, for the small pots. And for now, we have to work with what we have. I will walk through the garden to find a few more pots. and then we can repot a few more. These here need more water. Also would love to bring them out of this pot into a new one. Later today, I definitely want to do 1 or 2 of the containers here. But probably this one. I just see a lot of potential in this one. Feel like that color, you know, might indicate that there's a nutrient situation. I still want to make sure that what we're seeing here is not nutrient related. So we will probably repot these. Yeah, but these also get a little water. Okay. Here's a container where I have repotted seedlings. And this was just recently, just a few days ago. And we will spray them now just to get them clean. I can still see some of the soil sticking to the seedlings, and I don't like that. And I also want the soil to settle down. So I would spray these now, trying to clean them. If like there's dirt, soil attached to them, I really try to get it off. I would love to have them clean, that they can take in the light, you know. A little bit of photosynthesis doesn't hurt anyone. So I will try to correct the position of 1 or 2 of the seedlings that are a little bit too that are unstable, leaning over. So just pushing them a little bit deeper into the soil. Always checking if the root system is okay. Some of these little seedlings, if something happens to the root system, you can't save them. And very often when you have little seedlings that are behind, there's actually a reason. If you look closer, you might find an issue with the root. So I'm always making sure that whatever we have in the pot has a healthy root. Okay. Yeah, and everything is now a little deeper. I will spray them now, and now it's possible that they move again a little bit. That is okay. I'd rather have it that the soil sinks in now than later. I want to correct them now. Now I have the chance. They really need to have that connection to the soil. Okay. Sometimes you have seedlings that are just on top of the soil, and those often dehydrate. It's just that the little seedlings don't have that long time where they can really survive without water, and it can already be too much if they just don't touch the soil. These here look good. I have repotted them not that long ago, and this is one where they really start showing that they are happy now. Sometimes when you bring seedlings in new soil, they visibly become healthier. They start growing healthier. Yeah, and with those I can see it. So I'm happy about that. These have been repotted recently, and we need to correct a few. Watering. Just watering, and when the soil is a little bit more flexible, I will start moving the seedlings to where I want them. Most of them look already okay, like they're in the soil, at least most of them. 1 or 2 I want to correct, but in general I'm more happy with this than what needs to be done, than the changes that need to be done. So yeah, just trying to push them a little deeper into the soil. You don't have to do this, but in my opinion, it really helps. Especially like in the beginning, you can still correct a little thing like a root, pushing it a little deeper. But later, the plant will dehydrate without that good connection to the soil, and yeah, eventually it will be too late when you see it. So a little bit more water now. This has been pretty dry, but I'm happy with this. This is okay. And this will come back to the lamp. Just 12 hours of light. I don't really want to go overboard with the light. The longer you, like, the more sun hours you have, the more dehydration you probably have. So it will be, you can have them under more light, like longer under light, but you will have to water twice as much sometimes. you really need to make sure that by the time you can water them again, the soil isn't super ultra dry. So these here need to come out of the pot. Really want to repot them, but for now, all the pots are taken. Next time the pots are here, we will repot those. I could also maybe put them into a little bigger pots. That could also be a good idea. I'll see what I have with these. I still have a few bigger pots, and we could use those. I just try to have a little bit more space on the shelf. Like the smaller the pot, the more you get on the shelf. Sometimes they don't need these huge pots in the beginning. Later on they do. So this will come under the lamp again. Okay. These have been repotted just recently. Yeah, and I'm happy with them. This is okay. You can see that they have new spines. They are growing new spines. I'm really happy with this. The soil is very dry, so this needs to be watered again. But none of the plants look dehydrated. This is what I want to see, especially after repotting. So I'm watering this now, and then I will wait a little until the water has settled down. I really want to have that soil in a flexible state. It should be like the seedlings should have no problem growing into it. Sometimes when the soil is so hard, so dried up, it can mess up the pH. The roots cannot take in the nutrients anymore. There can be many problems when the soil is too dry. So sometimes you have to water it repeatedly to get it to where it was before it had become so dry. Yeah, okay. Here's one seedling. This one here, I want to correct that. It's a little crooked. It's not a huge issue, but the more crooked it becomes, the closer to the soil it gets, and there's nothing good at the soil for the little seedlings. It shouldn't lie down close to where it would start to rot eventually. You would get, like the pests would get easily to it, like easy access to the seedling. So I'm trying to keep it a little up, a little higher up. Okay. Yeah, for now this is okay. I can't see issues with the roots. They are growing, they have spines. I've been fertilizing them recently. They get something like fertilizer once a month. Yeah, and for now it's good. I'm happy. Sending them back under the lamp for now. They don't have to be perfect. Every now and then you lose a few here and there. That's okay. There's so many, and we will get them through. We will get most of them through. These here need water. You can see they are a little small. They are a little too small here. And that for me is a sign that they urgently need water. And with these, I will really take time. I want the water to really soak in here. And I have a few different interesting things today. I got flyers for the live stream. I want to show you them later. Flyers, new labels. They're new labels, finally. I want to test them later. Maybe if we can write on them. I brought something to sow out. And maybe we will sow out 1 or 2 of the pomegranate seeds that I have. Those could be interesting. Okay, so I've watered this once now, and it's not enough. I really want to give this more time to take in the water. If you only water once, the soil will dry up so fast that the seedlings will not have enough time to really compensate dehydration. It's not, they have to catch up and have a little extra. Yes, I'm familiar with it, Robert. Hey, Robert, welcome to the live stream, by the way. Yes, I know him. Andreas Shogadilla is the name. He's a good breeder. Very good. Very experienced, meticulous breeder. I like him. He sent me seeds once, and I might have one or two of the plants, but at the time I wasn't really capable the way I am today, you know. But a very good breeder. Some of those Gräser hybrids that have the pink stripes color, they come from him, like ruffled and good color. Yeah, and overall he's been over the years always a very respected and highly regarded breeder. Yeah, he's good. He's really good. He had kind of retired from cactus breeding for a while. He was breeding Adromychus plants, some sort of a succulent, different type of succulent, and he was breeding those. And I remember that we had a discussion that he told me that it's just hard to survive as a nursery. So he kind of got out of cactus breeding because it wasn't really paying well enough. They had real issues. I mean, he told me that it's not really financially feasible. So yeah, and I was very happy to see that he kind of came back now. Seen him on eBay, and I even got a plant from him. I think Annabella is the hybrid name. I think that one I have. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing that flower. Okay. Yeah. So these had time to soak in a little. I want to water them one last time, and then I put it somewhere under the lamp. I can see that they are growing new spines, but in general, I do not like how small they are. They are a little too small. They are a little too red. These need more water, like permanently. In general, I started to water more. Yeah, they are very expensive right now, but they will become cheaper. I'm sure of it. That's why, like in the beginning, the newer cultivars are more expensive, but later on the price drops very fast. I'm sure that on the long, people will be able to get their hands on one. I think I paid $100 for one. It was really expensive, but it's a very useful kind of hybrid. Could be really great having that kind of a combination between good color and ruffles. That is really rare. So I got me one for breeding, but it's not flowering age yet, maybe, and I might have lost it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it over winter yet. I'm still catching up. I had quite a few plants where the temperature was too low. Next year, I have the temperature much higher. I was really frustrated that it happened, you know? And the first time I could really see that it's because of the temperature. Always try to save a little bit of money for the heating costs, but you can't think like that. Okay. So these here, very young, but they are growing. I want to water them because these are really at the age where you can lose them due to dehydration. So for now, I just want to spray them a little. And also, the soil is very dry, so we might have to give it time. Giving it time to soak in. There might be one or two seedlings that we might have to correct. Oh, by the way, let me show you the flyer, okay? Here's the flyer. For YouTube. I really love it. Like, I wanted to have Snoopy, Mika, and Kami on the label, and I'm really happy that I have them on my flyer now. I wanted to have something like that just for the live stream and for the channel. Yeah, and I wanted them on it. So I'm very happy that I got that. Hey, this is just, we are growing cactus seedlings. different kind of hybrids with flowers, you know, good flower hybrids like flying saucer. Then I have a few chili here, chili plants. I have a pumpkin, a little pumpkin that I've showed earlier. It's not big yet. Yeah, that's it. And a watermelon. So yeah, we're growing vegetables and cactus seedlings. I was born in Saarland, Germany. So yeah, very happy about the flyers. To say again, I really enjoyed that I could get them. That I could put. I wanted to have Snoopy on the label too. He's like, they carried me through all my life, and I'm so happy to have them on my thing now, like on the branding. Okay, these had a little time to soak in. I want to spray them again. Greetings to the United States. I have a lot of friends everywhere, like United States. I'm friends with people all over the world, like for 20, 25 years. That's why everything is in English. When I got started, you just had to speak English. Otherwise, you weren't able to have a conversation with someone. Like it was still the message forums back then, bulletin forums, plant forums. Yeah, and I had to learn English. So and now it's too late. Now I can't go back, you know. Now I can't do the live stream suddenly in German. So okay, want to water them again a little bit. Yeah, 2 or 3 of the seedlings have fallen over. I really want to deal with that. Want to fix that a little. Sometimes when they fall over like that, it could mean that the root isn't okay. I really hope that's not the case, but it's usually the most likely outcome. This has a bad root. I will take it out. This doesn't really have doesn't have a big future ahead of it. So I'm mostly just trying to get the seedlings back on the feet that have fallen over. Trying to get them in the soil with the little root. Here's one that's so dirty I can't tell which side has the root and which side doesn't. Okay. Yeah. Apart from that, these look okay. Not great, but they are growing. These could be much bigger, in my opinion. They haven't grown as much as the others. But it's okay. They have spines. When they have spines, that's a good sign. I have not. When I was a child, when I was watching all that wrestling when I was a child, but in Europe they did some sort of a European tour from time to time, but it was difficult meeting them. I just recently heard that Bret Hart was nearby, and like at a soccer club nearby, and yeah, I was fascinated because I didn't know how he got there. That was the closest to a wrestler that I was like ever. Yeah, and if I had known he was there, I might have even driven there, you know, because it's so unique. I didn't think he would go out much, even locally where he's from. Like I think he's Canadian, and I was greatly surprised to see him driving around in that part of Germany. Okay, yeah, these have gotten water now. And I really want to make sure that they are well hydrated when I place them under the lamp again. These just have a little bit of dehydration. Okay, so these have been repotted. And I need to clean them a little, spraying them. And I hope that the soil will settle a little too. Last time I watched that was like end of the like 90, 98 maybe, 97, 98, something like that. Hey mate, welcome to the live stream. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. yeah, we're just going through the cactus seedlings and discussing stuff. Right now we're discussing wrestling, just because it came up. But yeah, apart from that, we're also doing cactus seedlings from time to time. So these have been the repotted ones that I've just recently moved into new soil. For now, this is okay. I just want to make sure that they are well in the soil. Inspecting them a little bit. Really don't like how some of them look. Let's put these aside. Later, I want to repot 1 or 2 containers. These have been repotted. For now, this is okay, but they really need to come into the new soil. Today, we're doing a lot of watering. I really want to make sure that they have enough. No, that was after my time. I was really like the stuff that I was watching was the really old school stuff from the late 80s and 90s. And even then, when Hulk Hogan went like WCW, I wasn't even watching that anymore. I was already kind of losing interest, and I wish I had kept my shirts and all that. I had a lot of T-shirts from that time. I really regret having let go of them. Today they are so hard to get. They are so expensive. And I remember that I put like 15 or 20 into the charity bin. So I really regret that today. Okay. Yeah, so they have a lot of water that they need now. Really catching up. Trying to undo dehydration. In the last 2 days, I've been watering more than I watered the whole week. Just because I feel like they need a little more. It's been getting warmer outside from time to time. We've been having these warm days. And I felt like they are losing too much water. So yeah, today we will water quite a lot. These still in the first generation soil. They've been fertilized. They've gotten all kinds of fertilizer, but they are still this yellowish kind of color. Really think in this case it's variegation. Yeah, that's possible. I'm really not following any of that anymore. Only thing that I'm following is like old interviews with people from back in the day, but I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm also not following like the MMA stuff. I'm really just, I don't know. Every now and then I catch a rerun from the 80s. I would watch that, but that's it. After a certain time, you kind of lose connection to all of that. There are already like 3 generations of people that I don't know. Like I didn't even know John Cena. Like I knew of him. I knew that he was who he was, but I never really was like he was active long after I had interest in wrestling. Okay. So I want to bring in the chili. I want to show you the other chili that I have here. One of them is really flowering nicely. Looks really good. I maybe I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, 3 million are 3 million. But yeah, I don't like flying. I'm not really flying around enough for that kind of job. So I think I might not get to 3 million. Even if I wanted. I'm sure they would expect me to travel a lot. And I'm the opposite of that. I love my garden, Okay, so let me bring this thing in here. These are the combined chili that I have. I brought them. I just put them together because I'm out of space. but they're starting to flower more and more. So let me move this aside so I can show you that chili a little bit more. Really getting big now. And now that it's in the new pot, I feel like it's been growing a little bit more, flowering a little bit more. Having a little bit more nutrients is really doing well for it. Can't wait, really can't wait for that one. Just wanted to spray it a little, because from time to time I have seen that some of the leaves have that kind of a residue that I didn't like, that looked a little bit like it could be scale. I don't really have a lot of experience with scale on chili, but I felt like if there would be something like scale on chili, it could look like what I have seen recently. And since then, I've been always cleaning the leaves. Yeah, now they look better. Now that I'm growing a few plants that are not cacti, it's a new world for me. I don't really have that intense knowledge of vegetable growing. Yeah. I have an old t-shirt, like one in the later years I tried to get back a few of the wrestling shirts, and I have one with John Cena on it, just saying something like, "Can you see me?" And I never got that because I had no idea that this was his thing in wrestling. I was always a little bit confused by that shirt. And yeah, now afterwards I've seen it in television now that he made a comeback and retired again. I've seen the news about that. I've seen it on Reddit. I just didn't really. He had his whole career when I was already. Give me a second. Smartphone had lost contact with the charger. Think it's working again. But yeah, he had his career long after me, after the time where I was watching. But I like him as an actor. I like John Cena as an actor. I was watching that first movie, like with, who is it? Well, he had a cameo role in that, and he was hilarious. It was a comedy movie by Trainwreck, something like that. Was the title of the movie, and it was great. He was hilarious in that movie. He's a great actor. I was really impressed by John Cena as an actor. When I've seen him in that movie, like, he was the best thing in that whole movie. I didn't like the movie, but his scenes were always the best, were the highlight. So yeah, I really like him as an actor. And I've also seen a few episodes of Peacemaker. He was good in that too. Okay. So yeah, this one will go back to the lamp. For now, this is great. I'm happy with it. It's flowering. I'm not really sure, like, with the pollination. I still haven't had time to look into that yet. If we can pollinate them, if you can cross-pollinate them, that would be a funny thing to do on the live stream. We would do that, but I have a feeling they might be self-fertile. I will look into that. Okay. So I have another one that's in a smaller pot. Also chili. California Reaper, I think. And it's not growing tall. It's just relatively small. I haven't seen that one. But I was really like, I totally believe that he was great in another movie too. He's just a good actor. And great for comedy, you know? Like, it's really difficult to do comedy well. And he does it. He has that ability to really do do comedy and combine it with a little good acting. I like that. Okay. So I'm just watering this. This was very dry. And I just repotted it just a few days ago. We will see how it will do. For now, no flowering. But honestly, at that small size, I would have been surprised if it had been flowering already. Some seedlings just have grown much slower. Yeah, we will still be, like, I will still be around for maybe half an hour or so. Okay. All right, yeah. Should we try sowing out some of the pomegranate seeds? Let me see what we can do. I have these here. These two things here, soil. And I want to use these to sow out 2 of the pomegranate seeds. They could be really decent. Could be really fun to grow them. I had dried them out. I had tried drying them out a little bit. But there was so much skin left on the seeds, so we will have to maybe clean them a little better here. I really want to get everything off from the fruit. So this is the remnant of the seed, like the seed, and the remnant of the skin that was around it, the pulp and all. I tried getting that off. Had it under the running water in the sieve. Wasn't bad. It worked a little bit, but not the way I wanted it to work. It works better with cactus seeds, like this kind of cleaning with the sieve. In this case, it didn't work so well. So I would put 1 seed each into these, and then I will put them into a little plastic bag. This thing here. I just want something to really protect them from stuff like fungus gnats. I don't want to leave them around, because if I would put that on the desk, within short time you have a fungus gnat in that thing. And sometimes with the little seedlings, that can really be the end. So I will put 2 of these soil things into a bag, each with a seed, with a pomegranate seed in it. And we will see how that will go. It might fail. It might fail spectacularly. We will see. I have no idea. I haven't grown them before. I don't even know if that is a good idea to grow them like that. We will find out. And now is a good time to show you the new labels that I got. So these are the new plant labels that I ordered. Yeah, and I was happy that I got exactly the size that I wanted. Last time the labels that I got were really not good. So I will try to open this up here. Well, this is nice. They're even putting in like a pen for that. I have never had that, honestly. I've never gotten like a pen together with a label. I want to try out if we can even write on the label, you know? Sometimes like the labels they have some sort of a coating that makes it hard to write on them. That's what we're testing now. The fact that they are putting these weird markers in does really worry me a little. So I will try to write with a pencil on this. I usually write with a pencil. Old school guy, pencil is good. Pencil is your friend. So let me see. It works. It works. Okay, it works. Like the other labels that I have, I need to show them to you so you see what kind of a label I mean. For one, they have been smaller than I wanted. I've been measuring them out and I've gotten a different length. And then they are made in a way, like the coating, that it's everything you put on there, every ink every writing has been dissolved again after a short time. You're kind of, when you're trying to clean the label and suddenly it takes the writing width off. And that's how it is with these labels, and I hate it. So I'm really glad that I have new ones. I will put the label in here just so I know what we have. This will go under the lamp, trying to aim at maybe 25 degrees. I will look into the germination temperature later. And if 25 isn't enough, then I will crank up the heat a little bit. Could be that these need a little warmer. Always got to look at the temperature that you need to induce germination. Okay. Yeah, nice. So I've sown out 2. Just 2. If that works, then if that doesn't work, then maybe we can try again. But I don't want to be in a situation where I have 1 million pomegranates and I don't know what to do with them. Okay. We could repot a few of the cactus seedlings. So let me just bring in the soil here. Okay. So I would try to spread the seedlings in 1 container over 2. And the soil that I have here, this is just classic sowing soil. Just classic standard sowing soil. And it dries out relatively fast. But it still is able to keep the water for a few hours, and that is enough. That is important, that the soil both dries out fast, but can still provide water for a while. The more fast draining the soil, the more fast draining the mineral mix that you are using is, the less time the seedlings have to take that in. Okay. No, I need it. I want to put it below. Okay. There's too much stuff going on here. Too many seedlings at once. Okay, so these are the ones that I want to take out. I really feel like these should be, like, I don't like the color. I don't like the yellow color in center here. Some of them have been a little greener. But this could also be that just some of them are variegated and some of them have a little bit more green than the others, So I want to get these into new soil to rule out that this is a nutrient thing. They've been yellowish from the beginning. Doesn't have to mean anything, but I'm a little bit, I don't know. I really want to see what it is. If it's genetic, it could also be interesting. These are little cactus seedlings, different kind of Zoransia, Lobivia, Echinopsis, few columnars in between. All with interesting kind of flowers. And now I'm moving seedlings from one container to another. I will bring them from the old soil in new soil. Just trying to repot. Seedlings look interesting. This is a Uwe Kahle seedling, multi-hybrid by Uwe Kahle. Thank you. And when they are flowering, that would be amazing. Like the flowers could be absolutely mind-blowing. So it is good when we're singling them out. If you have them so close together, they have no reason to grow a firm, sturdy kind of base. If they are always protected, if they are always surrounded by other seedlings, they never really have a reason to grow strong. And that's why it can be good to take them apart when you have these big containers full of seedlings. Sometimes they are giving each other stability, but also sometimes they are taking each other the space. There's just a certain point when you have to repot, when you have to bring them out of that kind of crowded pot into a little bit more space. I will split them up over 2 containers. That's still not a lot of space, but at least a little bit more. Gives them a little bit reason to actually grow a little bit firmer. And also when you have seedlings that are so close together, then you cannot 100% say what's going on below the seedlings. You always see that whole group of seedlings, but you can't really tell if there's an infection below. And apart from that, these look interesting. It's an interesting shape of a seedling. I like that yellowish kind of, if that yellowish is somewhat of a variegation, then that could be interesting from just a hybrid breeder's point of view, because they still grow. If these would not be growing, then I wouldn't be interested in it, but they survive. So apparently they can at least produce a little bit of chlorophyll. Sometimes when you have the variegated albino seedlings, they don't really they don't produce chlorophyll. I'm not sure. I think Kami has been doing something here. Oh, she's vomiting. Kami's vomiting. Oh no. I've had such an issue like over the last days trying to find the cat food that she likes and that she can also tolerate. So this morning I went to get it at 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning I was in the local supermarket to get cat food for her because the one that I had she didn't really tolerate. I think she can't take wheat. I think she cannot tolerate wheat. So I've been trying to get a different one. Thank you. I appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. This is going to be a great summer. We're just about to go into the flower season. I'm not sure how long I will do today. At some point I might end the live stream because I want to look after Kami. There's usually like right now, I have brought her the new food. She has the new cat food now, but she's still not really well from yesterday. I really think she can't tolerate wheat. I think she's allergic to wheat or something like that. And it was in almost all the brands. I looked at 10 different brands and 9 of them had wheat in it. Then I brought her one that she didn't want, and the other one she's finally eating now, but yeah, I don't know. It's not easy finding the right cat food. I have 100 different types of cat food. And with every one there was a problem. It's not so easy sometimes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could be, it could be. But I really like. I still remember that when Kami was younger, we always had wheat-free or grain-free cat food. And I had tried something else because she didn't really like it. I felt like she's not really interested in it. She's eating it. If she doesn't get anything else, but I wanted to find something that she likes, and everything that she likes has wheat in it, and every time she's getting really sick. So yeah, like I tried getting one and got the wrong bag, like the same manufacturer, just a different one with more wheat, with more grain, and it was really bad. Like yesterday was really bad. So today I got up at 4 and I really changed all the food, removed all the old cat food, replaced it with new one, this time without grain. Yeah, I hope this is it now. I really hope this is it. I mean, she's 17 years old, like 16, getting 17 in April. I mean, it's a pretty difficult kind of thing. You need to, like, if you want your cacti to flower, I recommend that you give them a lot of sunlight during the summer, during the season. That they have a sunny spot, that they get a lot of light. Ideally at a spot where you have them all year round, where they can experience the change of the seasons, when they go from winter. During winter, I have my cacti very dry. Like the soil is completely dry between October and March, or maybe let's say February or March. And yeah, the moment the season begins, I start watering and fertilizing, and I water quite a lot. I water them a few times a week during the flower season, and that means they get a lot of energy, they get a lot of water, they get fertilizer maybe once a month. And yeah, if you do that, like if you really continue to water them repeatedly really well, then eventually they will flower. You have to be careful with kind of a cactus you have. Not every cactus can be watered the same way. Sometimes you have to have them in a mineral medium, that kind of thing, But in my experience, watering, giving a lot of water during the season, during the summer, during the flower season, early spring, I feel like that lays the groundwork for the whole season. And I use a fertilizer that is a little bit higher in P and K. Very high K value in my fertilizer when I try to induce flowering. I think the K value of that one fertilizer brand was over 30. Like they had something like 8, 30. That was the NPK value, like the ratio. And yeah, you would kind of, I really believe that K has a great influence on flowering, on healthy cell growth, that kind of stuff. So I try to provide a lot of it early in the season. And then the moment they are flowering, I kind of tone it back with the water. In general, I would say giving more water would help a lot of people to get their plants to flower. Nitrogen is important for growth, for actual growth. But if you want flowering, it's not so important. Of course, you always always needs to be present in the necessary amount. But in general, for flowering, P and K are more important. Like nitrogen is that what you use like for classic body growth, vegetative growth. Yeah, and I try to have it, I don't want to say super low, but there are people that give a lot of fertilizer with a lot of nitrogen, and I try not to do that. Also because that kind of creates some sort of an unhealthy growth. Relatively unhealthy seedlings that are not so resistant against fungal infections. So I try to hold back with the nitrogen. Sometimes when you have given too much nitrogen, you can see it in the plants when they are becoming weak, when they are kind of leaning over, they're losing stability, can have to do with too much nitrogen. Okay. Yeah, we're getting closer with the seedlings here, but there's still a lot that are on the soil. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you have to kind of sacrifice a little bit of the growth rate, like you fertilize a little less nitrogen, and that is like you are sacrificing that plant growth for different kind of things that are needed at that particular time in the season. Like bringing P and K relatively early in the season is really good at inducing flowering. You can never forget to provide nitrogen either, but it's, in my opinion, it doesn't play such a big role. Okay. So yeah, moving the last seedlings out of this container. Then I will bring out the label. This is a hybrid by Uwe Kahle from the cross Vieh, crossed with Goldrose. So I might have to write a label for the second pot now. I'm almost done bringing them out of the old one. Okay. Another one of those containers that had insane amounts of seedlings in it. Okay. So I've split it up over 2 containers now. And I would spray the top layer. I want to have a clean top layer. I want to see the seedlings. I want to be able to inspect the seedlings. I want to be able to see any kind of root injuries before I move it in the soil. The moment I push something in the soil that's already infected or that has a wound, it will cause an infection and it can jump to the others too. So I will just start pushing the little seedlings into the wet soil now. I've watered that so well that you can just push them in. Okay. This is way too many already. We will see how many we will keep of them. I don't think we will keep that many. I will bring them into the new pot now, but for now, just to see how many of them. Sometimes you lose a few during, just from the stress of transplanting them from one pot into another. So I will wait, but we have too many seedlings here. A little bit more water. And this is a little bit more difficult because some of them don't have a solid base. These have been pretty close together, like I said earlier, and then they don't really put that much effort into growing a resistant base. So they might need a while until they can really be solid on the soil. They might sometimes lean over. You might have to correct. Always careful not to injure the base, not to injure the little root that they have. Here's a seedling that I want to take out. This is just unhealthy. Sometimes you find a seedling that just doesn't have a chance, and it's good to take them out because it will give you the space for other seedlings, for seedlings with more potential. Okay. Here's a group of seedlings and I need to take it apart. I can't have it like that. When you have so many seedlings together, it gets really difficult to really position them well in the soil. You can get them in, but the moment one side is in, another side comes out again. Yeah, so this is going to take a while until everything has settled in. Really hope that the soil will dry up fast. So we can continue getting them to where we want them. The little seedlings right now, it will take a while until they are perfect in the soil. They will need a while to grow the kind of base that they haven't gotten before. Here's a seedling. No, we're taking it out. This is nothing. Okay. This here, a little bit deeper in the soil. This one here too. This one here also. Really got to be careful every time you're pushing a seedling. Don't bend it, don't break it. They're really, they don't have that much substance to them. Within the next 2 days, these need quite a lot of water. I want to mitigate the stress, reduce the stress a little bit. Want to give them a chance to recover. I think I got most of them in without causing any kind of injury, but we have to wait until we can see for sure. But yeah, this is container 1. Okay, I will put that aside. Now we're doing the second one. So many seedlings here. Next time, 30 seedlings max. And I really mean it. Not sowing so many anymore. It's bothering me. It's too many. You could split these up over 4. Would be no problem. Always trying to push the seedling into the soil, creating a little entry hole with the thing here. And then I'm pushing it carefully, pushing it into that with the base, but also without breaking or bending the base. It's not so easy, but it can be done. You get used to how much pressure a seedling can take. And it greatly helps if you're working with stump kind of tools. This thing is a little bit too sharp at the front. And often, sometimes I just touch a seedling the wrong way and that's it. So long term, I will get me one that is a little bit more blunt at the front. This comes out, sick looking seedling. I'm not wasting time with it. This is going to take a while. I'm constantly spraying to get visibility, to keep the visibility. And it also makes the seedlings a little bit easier to move, a lot easier to push them into the soil. But also makes it a little harder to do something permanently. Sometimes you push them in, and next time you water, something changes again, and you have to move the seedling again. That can happen. That's just normal sometimes. Having the soil a little bit wet really makes it easier. Okay. When I'm done with the live stream, I will instantly check after Kami. I'm a little worried about Kami. I might have to, I don't know. I really hope that the thing works with the new cat food today. So I'm almost done here. I think when I'm done here, I will go check on Kami. I'm really a little bit worried. I will be back on the live stream. I will just check on her. I want to make sure that everything's all right. She's really old, and I'm really trying my best. I'm trying my best, and I'm really, like, some days are really tough. Okay. So these are in the new soil now, and this will take a while. This needs to settle down. We need to water from time to time. Next time we will try potting them in pumice, actual pumice. Pumice is a little easier to work with. Some of the stuff that we do here is organic soil. It has benefits, it has disadvantages, and yeah, I want to work a little bit with pumice, but not too much. Okay, so I will check on Kami, okay? Kami's my almost 17-year-old cat. I've just heard her that she's, I don't know. I will be back, okay? Like 5 minutes. Give me a second, okay? Okay. Yeah, it's all right. She has vomited. But yeah, it's okay. I just hope that she now does better with the new cat food. I'm really not sure. I think she doesn't tolerate wheat. And that's my theory for now, and I hope that will work long term. Hope she yeah, the new brand that I now have doesn't have wheat in it, and we will see how that will go. I just hope that, I don't know, that I will ever find one that she really loves and that she can tolerate. Sometimes she loves, like the type of cat food that she likes is usually the trash quality that is not healthy for her. Okay. So I want to put in a new label in the second pot here. So let me get our new labels here. And I'm really happy about them. I might actually be able to split these up for seedlings. We will see. But on the other hand, it's good to have a long label. I actually am happy that I can finally write the full label on the plant again, on the label again. So this is Vieh crossed with Goldrose. I broke off the pencil. I had a sharpener here, pencil sharpener, and now I can't see it. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, there. Okay. Take care, Robert. Hope you have a nice day. We're almost at the weekend. Okay. So this is Vieh. Yeah, but the like on the label, this is also not writing good. Not really. I feel like some of these modern labels, they are actually made to print on them, but they are selling them for plant labels to write. It's kind of tough to see, you know, when you're just looking at a product, it's kind of tough to say how much, like how good the paint will stick on that label. Okay, this is KA 2023 183. Okay. New label size. And that will make it so much easier to see what we have here. With the old label, this was the old size of the label, and this constantly got lost in the pot. Sometimes you're watering, and during watering, the label is washed down, and you will never find it again. Sometimes you really have to be careful. And I'm very happy that we have the bigger label now. Okay. Okay. So this one, just a little bit correction now. This is the new seedlings in the new pot, like the seedlings that we have repotted earlier. Here's a seedling that I want to take out. This is just unhealthy. When I do not see a root, I usually do not leave it in. There's so many seedlings here. We can as well give the good space to the healthy ones. Here's one that I'm taking out, really poorly developed. It's one thing to raise the weak ones. It's another thing to keep the ones that have no chance. Okay. Yeah. I'm happy here. Here's another one that I'm taking out, also with an unhealthy root. In general, in the future, if I'm unsure, I will rather take it out than leave it in. I really wanna have a healthy root system, and the more sick seedlings with a poorly developed root system you have in between, the higher the risk that one of them will fail, one or even more. So I try to keep everything healthy from the beginning. Yeah, and later today I will fill a little plastic bag with washed pumice, so we can start working a little bit with the mineral medium inside, but it will be very minimal, really minimal. I do not do a lot with minerals anymore. Only with the species that have a hard time, and only in case of those. Okay, by the way, I forgot to water some of the chilies. Here's some of the other chilies. Also relatively small, relatively low. I even had to stabilize this one with a piece of wood. And this had helped the plant a little bit to stay upright. In the beginning, this was a really weak seedling. Then I got me a little piece of wire. Put a little piece of, like a little twig, little piece of wood into the soil, and connected the wire and that piece of wood to keep the seedling upwards. This one here still looks weird. Keeps looking weird. I'm not sure what it is. It looked like that from the beginning. This could be variegation, maybe. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Great to see you. I'm not so long today. I might not stay so long today. Kami isn't doing well, the cat. She's just not really doing well with the cat food that she was eating. Like, we didn't get her usual brand. She got a different one for 2 or 3 days, and she really didn't do well with it. So now I went out this morning at maybe at 8 in the morning. I tried to get that cat food that she used to have, and I brought it home, and now I hope that things will normalize again. I think she doesn't tolerate any kind of wheat. I've been looking at the ingredients list in the last few days, doing nothing but comparing food. And now I feel like I finally have it. I really think it's the wheat. It's also something that I've read, like widely reported, that some cats don't tolerate wheat, or that they have issues kind of digesting it, whatever, you know. But it's my suspicion. So now she will get one that is completely without wheat. I also got a different brand, but she didn't want it. Like, she wanted the one that she had before that was grain free. Okay, we will see. I don't care which kind of brand she eats, as long as she eats any of them. I took a break. I just came back from a break. I was checking on her. Everything's all right. But she, like, the last 2 days, she got a cat food that really that she couldn't really tolerate. I feel like she was allergic to it. So now I'm just waiting for everything to normalize again. I now have the new food. Like I said, I went out at 8 in the morning, one of the first people in the supermarket, just to get the cat food. And I had real issues walking, but I wanted to have it. And now I believe this should work. I really believe it's the wheat. In the past, we already had her on a wheat-free diet for for a few years, multiple years, and it worked well. Thank you. I'm doing my best. I'm really doing my best, and I'm so burned out. I'm so burned out. Just, you know, like, because she's so old, she needs a lot of help, and I enjoy that because I know I can give her a great life. I go out with her. I have, like I said, I have hundreds of different types of food for both Mika and Kami. Yeah, and I'm doing my best, you know, but it's still tough. Like every now and then, you know, like with this has been going for 2 or 3 days. I hope we have it now. I really hope that I finally found something that she likes to eat, and also tolerates. I was very surprised how hard it is to find a cat food or a dog food that doesn't make a meal, at least in this case. So I will let you know. I hope we are through the worst. Like, she's been eating that that kind of a food that had like extra grainy, something like that, you know, like double wheat, double grain, something like that. And she really, and I could instantly realize, okay, this is probably it, because the percentage of the grain was so high. Could instantly kind of see, oh, this isn't good. Best in class. Okay. So yeah, I've watered the chilies now. They look great. I'm happy with them. They're not really growing super fast, but I'm happy with them. It's okay. Okay. So I want to water these again, just a little bit. And I will probably just move 1 or 2 seedlings. Not much here. I'm mostly happy. You can see that they have started to settle in the new soil. They are growing. They have spines. Just got to move the seedlings a little deeper here. Always making sure that I don't injure them with that little tip that this instrument has. Always trying to get it from the side. Always pushing on it with the flat side. Okay. Yeah, apart from that, they look okay. This is good. This is good. Feel like since I've watered more, the seedlings are looking better too. These here, more water. And then we will see what we do. There's one seedling that is very small, delayed, disadvantaged. We will take that out. I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. Like when there are seedlings that are barely growing, that I've seen since months, and nothing has happened. They have not grown an inch. Then time's up. Okay. Yeah, apart from that, correcting a few seedlings to give them a little deeper connection with the soil, push them a little deeper into it. This looks okay. Just can't slow down with the watering now. These just water a little too deep. I would love to repot them, but for today I've used up the pots that I have. There will be a new delivery of pots, but it's not within the next week or so. Other stuff was more important, but the pots will also arrive very soon. Okay, then these here need to be watered again. I want to move that seedling here. Here's a seedling that's lying. I hate that. If you really want to keep a seedling alive and you see it lying, then instantly move it back up. That is just a bad thing. Totally changes the vibes. So yeah, this is better. And I also correct the one that was besides it. That one looked also crooked. there's some seedlings that have a weird kind of root that goes up again on the back. That is really difficult to pot. In such a case, you really need to be careful that the root is actually in the soil. Yeah, apart from that, these look okay, but need more water. They are really, they could be bigger if they had gotten more water. And now in the future, I will really water them thoroughly. Okay, let's fill up here a little bit. And then I will start watering the remaining seedlings that I have in front of me, just so I can get it done. So many seedlings again today. Oops. Okay, so I will just water them on the desk. This comes away. So right now, I try to spray the really smaller seedlings twice a day. And I still need to get some of them done. I have increased the watering again, just because the temperatures, like outside, we've had warm days and super cold nights, so the heater was constantly, there was constantly changing temperature, and sometimes there was a spike, a heat spike, and that means I had to water more. Really trying to keep the little seedlings from losing substance. Always making sure that I have them placed in front of a ventilator, front of a fan that always is oscillating, and that keeps away the fungus gnats. That when they can't land on the soil, that really messes up the whole operation. I really like when that happens, because it greatly decreases the problems that you have with fungus gnats. If it's a huge thing, put a ventilator there, a little bit back and forth, and they will be like, ooh, they will have a really hard time landing and doing their dirty work on the seedlings. Okay. Yeah, and apart from that, I mean, I'm currently preparing the set outside. We will be live streaming from outside within the next couple of weeks. I just need to have a little space so we can start working. But everything's pretty much prepared. I've started watering in the greenhouses, and the plants will be flowering within the next couple of months. And then every day, roughly 9 or 10, we will start live streaming with flowers. So yeah, will be cool. For now, this is we will continue the office stream a little bit, the sowing out live stream a little bit, and the moment we can really work outside, we will do it. It was a super cold night. We had frost tonight. I went up in the middle of the night to close the window in the greenhouse. And yeah, so we still have too cold to move the plants out. Actually, really fully move the plants out. I have a few plants that are out that are covered right now. Every time we have those night frosts, I cover the plants. And when we have the warm weeks, then they are free. But it's still so early in the season that we still get substantial night frost. So we got to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, but this is okay. I think I'm pretty happy with my live stream today. I hope you guys had fun. The vegetables are growing. They continue to get bigger and bigger. And eventually we will have the first chili on the live stream. I'm proud. Like, I've never grown so much vegetable stuff. Really happy. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the season. Within the next days, I want to sow out tomatoes. I feel like it's the time right now. At least that's what I heard. So, of course, we will do it. Thank you. I'm just happy that the chili are still alive. Everything else is not so important. I'm just trying out. We're just experimenting. I enjoy to do this, to experiment on the live stream and to see what happens. So, and I'm very pleased. It's definitely going good. And yeah, apart from that, we're on a good path. Later now, when I end the live stream, I will start scrubbing Kami's vomit from the ground. I was just up and had to look where I need to clean when I get up. Yeah, and I will do that now. And I hope that it's getting better today with Kami. Yeah, but that's probably the end of my live stream now. I greatly appreciate you guys being here with me all the time. Sometimes we get through everything, sometimes not. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes we can do it all on the live stream, sometimes not. But we're getting there. I have more and more seedlings inside that I can bring in the live stream. And in the future, we will have the seedlings of all sizes that we can just bring in. And that would be great. So thank you, guys. Here's something that is growing in front of our eyes. Like when I started this just a few months ago, I didn't think it would turn out to be this successful. Like this thing that people appreciate, you know? Take care, mate. No, it was great. Thank you for being here. Everyone else also, I'm eternally grateful that you spent a little time with us. And I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, now I'm looking after Kami again. So thank you, guys. I greatly appreciate you always being here. I will be back tomorrow. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. We have finally made it to the weekend, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it, guys. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everyone.